In the process of Westerners learning Buddhism, they often do not regard Buddhism as a religion, but rather study it as a form of knowledge. Do you think this approach to learning Buddhism, which lacks faith, is feasible?
Scientific thinking is more developed in Western countries. Therefore, many Westerners tend to be more rational in their thinking and approach. This is also the reason why, when explaining Buddhist teachings to Westerners, they often ask a lot of why questions, seeking to understand the underlying reasons. This kind of rationality is very beneficial and helpful in the process of studying and learning about Buddhism. There are two types of practice in Buddhism. One is called practice according to the Dharma, which is a practice based on the wisdom of Buddhist teachings. The other is called practice according to faith. This is a practice based on deep faith and conviction. People who practice according to the Dharma are generally considered to be more sharp-witted practitioners, whereas those who practice according to faith are usually regarded as less sharp-witted practitioners. Generally speaking, Westerners tend to be somewhat more rational and analytical when it comes to matters of faith, while Asians are generally more emotional and tend to display a greater sense of devotion. This may be due to cultural differences. In my opinion, in the process of spiritual practice, both rationality and emotion are indispensable. If one only has rationality but lacks emotion, it is very difficult to receive spiritual responses and blessings. For example, the blessings from an empowerment generally depend on sincere faith to be received. But if one only emphasizes emotion and lacks rationality, then learning Buddhism becomes rather blind. Therefore, in the process of studying Buddhism, it is best to combine both Eastern and Western ways of thinking in order to achieve a balanced perspective, maintaining a consistently rational and logical way of thinking, while at the same time also possessing a deep, emotional, and sincerely devout faith. In other words, rational thinking cannot be without a foundation of truly sincere faith. And sincere faith truly cannot exist without the careful scrutiny of rational and thoughtful consideration. Therefore, even in the absence of emotional faith, it is still possible for one to study and understand the Dharma through the use of rational wisdom and clear reasoning.